Hello everybody, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective timeless reading. So whenever it finds its way to you, it's the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading. So see which signs and symbols and messages resonate for you in your particular situation and help to bring a little bit of clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could broaden your perspective, show you something with fresh eyes, perhaps show you something, narrow your focus. You could be missing, it was in the cracks, it was right in front of you all along, it was in the dark, but in the end, trust yourself. Trust yourself that divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to always make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we are all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. We're going to begin with something different. We're going to go a little weird. I like this book thing. So I have so many books, art, metaphysics, how-tos, stories, everything. I am definitely a nerd. So maybe there's a message that can come through. We're going to start with this one. It's pretty interesting. It's called The Saints, A Year in Faith and Art by Rosa Georgi. So let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. I'm just gonna kind of go like this and open to a page. What do we have? Saint Crispin. This is October 25th. Maybe that's an important date for you. I'm gonna let you see this. It's really cool. What is he working on there? Saint Crispin. There's like it's like a pair of legs over here, a pair of boots or shoes over here. Maybe he did something with shoes. Maybe you're a cobbler, or you have to get your shoes fixed, or you're getting new shoes, or you're walking somewhere different. Got a pep in your step. Let's see what this is. Let's see what Saint Crispin is all about. He's a martyr. Together with Crispanian, Crispin is recalled in ancient martyrologies. I didn't even know that was a word. Among the martyrs who died at Augusta, Cincinnonium, modern day Sassans, at the end of the 3rd century. This martyrdom may have had occurred in the year 285. Maybe that's a number to look up. That's a long ass time ago, during the prosecution of Maximum. Legendary versions claim that both Crispin and Crispanian were shoemakers. They were cobblers. How random. Crispin is depicted as a shoemaker or soldier. It's the protector of shoemakers, saddlers. Ooh, maybe some of you are farriers with a horse, glovers, and leather workers, or you work with leather. Crispin is from the Latin, and it means with curly hair. And this, it's like made of wood. It's not a painting. It's anonymous, from the Musée Carnavalet Paris from 1523. So that was our little reading rainbow moment. Let's start the reading. Another layer of this reading. Oh, I have this deck. It's a little weird to do with the collective because it's past lives. And I know not all of you may believe in past lives, so it's maybe just past situations or connections that you've had. Maybe your future past. Time is weird. But let's look at the pictures and see what comes through, as I feel like they're very basic. Maybe a basic energy you're dealing with. Maybe a place in the world you just connect to and you don't know why. Or I feel like there's lessons in here. So let's just pull one card and see what comes through. Clarity for the collective in the past life oracle. Please and thank you. Oh. This freaking unicorn always wants to come through. It doesn't matter how many different decks I have. You guys are unicorns, man. You are that special. You are so unique. Somebody really knows that you're a unicorn. You're just not norms. You're not the normal. You're unusual and magical. You're meant to have miracles in your life and to make miracles happen and change the world. You have this, I mean, you have to be this pure, beautiful heart to see a unicorn or for it to come to you. It's purity, wisdom. Maybe you're gaining more wisdom. Maybe you were really, really wise in the past. You could have been like a sage or a shaman, a miracle worker. Maybe you did things with herbs or healing, or you were like one of the first people that was I heard metaphysician, but maybe a physician. Maybe you were into metaphysics, an inventor. You were just kind of beyond whatever was going on in society then. I just think of like Tesla and Edley Scallon and Einstein and but I mean it all. I just read the most beautiful poem or letter. I wish I could read it to you, but it was a letter that Einstein wrote to his daughter. And it was something out, it's giving me chills now, how through all of this, where the world doesn't understand formulas and wisdom and, you know, what's in the ether, figuring out these miraculous new things in society and having this brilliant mind, that it all just boils down to love. And it's by Einstein. It's so beautiful. So maybe it just comes back to love, the wisdom and power of love, how love can change everything. It does. It just changes everything. I hope this is a unicorn Pegasus. That's even better. So I have these cards faced down. We're going to start and end with that, with this deck. I didn't even know this was in there. I haven't used this deck of cards in so long. But let's go weird. I have the Oracle of Visions. This is not as simple as that one. There's a lot going on in these pictures. They're so detailed. But let's just see. Let's get clarity on this wisdom, gaining wisdom, tapping into your inner wisdom. Maybe somebody else is really getting wise about something. Solutions. I mean, wisdom is a knowing. I don't feel like it's pushy power. Maybe you have somebody really pushing their power around you, or you were trying to push something through to be powerful. Maybe you're finding that there's another way. Or you're trying to force wisdom. I feel like it's a natural thing. It comes out of our situations, what we learn. You can learn stuff and gain wisdom, but the best wisdom is through experience. Get one card, clarity for the collective, please, and thank you. Ooh, I have to cover her nip. I have to cover her nip. Oh, I want to show it to you. She's so beautiful. It's number 19, which is usually the sun, which is a really powerful energy. It does look like the sun is out behind her. It has the thinking man here. It looks like an old painting. I don't know who that is. A king? Somebody special? Shakespeare? And there's a monkey on a string, a snake going up a pole, an apple that's whole. When I think of the apple, I think of the inside with the 5 seeds as kind of like a pentagram. So a pentacle. And then she's just sitting there like she's posing to get a beautiful portrait. Like if somebody's, you know, she's in art class, like, I'm comfortable. You can paint me. I'm just going to sit here and think. What is that? I think, therefore I am. For as a man thinketh, our thoughts do create our reality. So do pay attention to your thoughts, the vibration of your thoughts, having self-awareness in your thoughts, so that the things you think and the conversations you have start to manifest the real beautiful blessings that you deserve, that you are on your way to having because you're a unicorn. There could be temptation, but also the snake makes me think of wisdom. It also makes me think of the phoenix rising, shedding old skin, becoming something totally new and fresh. It's still you, but you're not going to crawl back into your old skin, you know, that old way of doing something. Maybe some of you are actually painters, or you're connecting to the past. Maybe looking up your ancestry, you know, your ancestors, your roots. Maybe, you know, your partner's roots. Maybe you have different backgrounds or ethnicities, faiths, different parts of the world that you're from. Maybe you're learning about something new. I'm not sure what's going on with the monkey on a, it doesn't look like a big leash though. It looks like just she's protecting it from getting into trouble. It looks like there's possibility to have a little fun here. It actually looks like a tiny orangutan. I don't know if that makes a difference. I just feel like I want to give it a big hug. It's got those big arms. Maybe somebody needs a hug. This card feels gentle. I mean, I see the sun and it makes me feel warm, and it's a 19, but maybe a situation was cold, you know, or you felt like you had to cover up before. They keep covering her beautiful boobie. You know, this has fallen down. So maybe it was up and she felt embarrassed, like she had to cover up her true self, or she was like, there was shame or something, and then that kind of went away and there became something that became more comfortable. She gained a little warmth and just kind of let it be. I don't know why I just thought of I think of the weirdest things. I just thought of like one of the first like musicals, but with people older than me when I was really young, and how backstage everybody just changed, shaving stuff and walking around, and you didn't have time to worry about what anyone else thought or like your body or anything. It was just comfortable. So I was so little and young, and I was like, oh, all these New York people just getting changed in front of each other. Like, I guess I got to get a little more comfortable. So maybe you're getting more comfortable with your body or comfortable in your surroundings. Maybe you felt like you had to, like, you were a little embarrassed or like covering up before. Maybe that's not for you. That's okay. It's just this parable, you know, example. I feel like ultimately this person is just there by herself. So it's feeling comfortable in your own skin. Maybe that new sparkly skin, you know, that new you. Maybe you're seeing these temptations that, you know, of the past or things that you messed up on as wisdom now. Adding some hugs and fun with this little orangutan. I don't know why I just heard calliope. Maybe you play the calliope. It makes me think of a circus. Maybe you're getting out of the circus. Maybe something felt like a freaking circus before, or in yourself, and you're getting out of that situation. I don't know, it makes like, or maybe you do something in a circus. I feel like it's different maybe if you're involved with something than going to the show. I don't know why it's all circus, but let's go to the tarot. What do I have? Let's do the mystical tarot. Clarity on 19. I feel like maybe I should look up what that actually is, because I kind of go with the messages that come out. Let's see what 19 is. Why not? Oracle of Visions by Jiro Machete. 19 is contemplation, analysis, awareness. Man is the only animal for whom his own existence is a problem for which he has to solve. Huh. Eric Fromm. Making problems that don't have to be, pondering something. It's also having the ability to question. That's good. You know, looking at the variables. You could just be looking up, you know, like looking up at the sky and just contemplating life, being here, past lives, wisdom, and it's choice. We have the freedom to choose, and that's very, very special. We have our own, you know, free will, willpower. Maybe that's changing for you how you see something. Maybe you're allowing others to choose on their own. Recognizing other people have their own free will. If you really, 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 really want something, the other person doesn't feel the same way or want that, you can't make it. I just now hear that I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Wright. It's a really, really pretty song. It's also really kind of sad. Okay, let's get a little clarity for the collective, please. And contemplation, wisdom, shoes, the 5 of Cups. Well, this person would be the one contemplating, recognizing what didn't work, going through healing. Sometimes it's grief and sorrow. It's really a different version of it, though. It could be walking away. Sometimes in a simple form, it's like getting really upset about spilled milk. Like, everything didn't work. I can't believe I broke that glass. How did that fall off the table? And just clean it up. Sometimes it's actually something like really heavy that fell off that table, very valuable, and it did break, and there needs to be time. Or it could be actually something that's not there anymore, and there has to be a true grieving process. There's many levels of this card, but there's always like 2 things that are still possible. There's something that you gained from it. Here it's funny because this guy is in that, like, he's all covered up, but he kind of looks like he's naked. But he's covered. He looks a little bit like he's in his sheets and a little bit like a superhero. There's the seahorse behind him. So thinking about a partnership that's for Evs, or having a masculine energy that's nurturing because they carry the babies. You're taking 3 things that were 3 lessons, 3 situations that worked or didn't work, and you're organizing this nice and neat, you know, on a shelf. I don't know why I see like spices. And then you have 2 things that are already here. This person just isn't focused on that situation right now. They're kind of internal emotionally. So 5 is change. When change comes, it's just turning the situation around, having time go by, healing happening, time passing, and eventually either he's going to start building something higher, leave something behind, and take these 2 things, one in each hand, offer it to someone else, you know, start again. Let's get another card. Clarity on this 5 of Cups for the collective. What is this about? This could be somebody else as well. I mean, it does look like this person is also contemplating. Contemplating about loss, contemplating about what could be, not really ready to make that move yet, invest anything in emotionally yet. What's in the background? Hold on. Is this a star, like wishing on a star? There's a little house in the background, a mountain, and it looks like a highway, a bridge. To be or not to be, to go or not to go, to learn or not to learn, to be wise or not to be wise or to be a dumbass. That is the question. Oh, right. Weird little things are coming through this reading. All right, let's get another card. Clarity on this Five of Cups. What is this about, please? About, like, I'm sending a message to put some energy into something. About how to teach younger energies, or like thinking about your inner child, what you wanted to build when you were younger. This is, to me, like the bookworm, the Page of Pentacles, because it's the one that they're not just curious and nosy. They actually want the knowledge. They actually want to learn. They ask why, and then they think, and why, and why, and they want to have examples where they dive in, and they don't just want to watch somebody play the video game. They want to do it themselves. They don't really just want to go to, you know, the baseball game. They want to play. They want to put their hands in that experience and to try something, to know, to figure it out. This little page looks very happy, balanced, almost like, I think, basketball. Maybe you played basketball. It looks like they're spinning the, I'll show you this. It looks like they're spinning the basketball up there. I mean, pentacles are real things. He or she looks like they're in movement. There's a horse in the background, so they're not really at the night phase. They're not getting on the horse and really pursuing something and like getting into the experiences. They're still in that like newness stage. This could also just be a message about something that's coming through. Maybe, you know, if you're here, this could be the message you're not looking at yet. How to start to build something. How to go back. If you're going back to a page, you have to restart something. That can feel new. You have to rediscover. You could be helping children find what's valuable in their world, a little work so they appreciate something. Maybe you have like a little apprentice. It doesn't have to be a child. Maybe someone that's just new in your field and they really want to learn and they have the drive to learn something. You know, they could be walking away from something else, I don't really like that. That didn't work. But they get a new thing they're interested in. Maybe you are that mentor. It could be an older person, someone older than you, but they still have that right, like, drive to want to know something, or they have the right, like, natural knack to do something. It could just be a message coming through. A solid offer to start to put energy into something, to start to build something so it's real. Clarity on this the Page of Pentacles, please. Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. Doesn't have to be, it's an energy. I hear step by step. And then I heard leap by leap. So maybe it's a couple steps, then a couple leaps, then a couple steps, couple leaps. Nine of Swords. I feel like this came through in the last reading. Maybe you have a really good idea, but you're not quite seeing something, or how it could, how you could build something, or really thinking about what didn't work, or getting stuck in your own head that maybe this possible thing, it's like getting overwhelmed. It's like you're getting in your own way. You have this really good idea or a really good offer to you, and you're just getting stuck and overwhelmed in your head. Stuck in the past, stuck what didn't happen. I hear this girl, it's like a tapestry of swords. It actually looks like it's strong. It actually looks like it looks like one of those trampolines. It actually looks like it could bend, like it could catch you. It's protecting you, and you're taking this situation and, I don't know, getting overwhelmed by something. So anxiety, not sleeping right. It could be also thinking about something so amazeballs that you can't stop thinking about it. But usually the Nine of Swords is not always self-sabotage, because you could still get up the next day and pursue something and do your responsibilities. But there is something you're overthinking about. You're getting a little too stuck. I mean, you do have this here. Cover her neck. You are getting a little too stuck in your head. Perhaps ignoring something in your emotions here. And not pursuing something you should be putting energy into. Or this is somebody else. Let's get one more card. Oh, Judgment. All right, something's going to come through. And the trumpets are sounding from the heavens. From the heavens, that it's time to make a big decision. This is not just a little decision. This is something that changes your life. This is having real self-awareness and self-responsibility of all of your past actions and how you do anything for the future. It's self-reflection. It's a big change. It's a final notice. It's 20. It's judgment. It's huge, but it's beautiful. It's like, this is it. This is what you're going to do. This is where you have to go. This is who you're going to pursue. This is the door you're going to knock on. And it is the past. You know, you have all these people here. I don't think I have to cover anything on the angel. Maybe the little butts here. You know, somebody may see the things they did in the past that were, you know, and have self-responsibility. Someone else might not. This is also karma. You know, if you're repeating something over and over and not learning from that lesson, it's finally getting that lesson. Finally getting it. You've moved on. You've jumped a couple levels. It's not something you have to, like, get in that circus anymore. You've grown. You can't make somebody else learn their lesson, but you can be an example. And I hear move right along. Maybe this is the wake-up call that comes through. I mean, there's a big trumpet here. You're getting a wake-up call. Somebody else is getting a wake-up call. I mean, here, if you were really overwhelmed and sleeping, you only got a couple hours, but something's waking your ass up. You finally see what you should do. You finally got that answer you were trying to go back and forth on for so long, and it's just a knowing. It's releasing the stuff from the past, not doing it again that way, and doing it different now. You're going to do it different. You're going to go a different way, with a different person in a different situation, or the right way where you were. One more card. That was a big one. Big trumpet call. One more card from the 78 stories. Clarity on judgment. Contemplation. Wisdom. You or someone else just getting really overwhelmed. Maybe this was just a long time. You know, something happened. Something didn't work out. Maybe you even put some little energy into something around you in your everyday world, or gained a little knowledge, but some reason you kept falling back in your head, but not falling asleep well. And then, what is this judgment about? What is this big wake-up call? What do you know now that you didn't get before? Card for the collective. The Five of Wands. You've gotten clear about maybe letting others push you around, competition, having differences of opinion, someone always having an opinion on how you had to do something, why this is good for, I see this again. Why do I keep seeing this? I feel like somebody around you, either that's you, you're pointing the finger, but this is like not a nice thing, or somebody's like pointing their finger at you, like they know better. You can't do that. You can't have that. That's not good for you. It has to be like this. It's just like pushy ass energy. That's what I feel. So maybe you're just releasing that pushy energy. You know, you're getting a little message of something or someone that actually wants to build something with you. Maybe you were really pushy with someone else and it's just allowance, let be. You know, come back to yourself. Sometimes it's healthy competition. I mean, look at this. This person looks like they're just like, no, you have to do it like that. Why did you do it like that? And then they don't want to hear the other person's reason. I don't know, if this guy was yelling, maybe you just don't even want to say it. It's like, you're not going to hear it if I say it anyway. But it looks like there's an argument. So maybe an argument, that's what's putting you in your head. Maybe always arguments within yourself. Sometimes this pushes us to change, though. Sometimes healthy competition, if this is upside down and you're on the same team, those differences of opinions can actually create change. It can actually create something to be different and better. But you need to hear somebody out. There has to be respect. So if this was a place where you didn't really get respect, you weren't being heard, you were being pushed around, or maybe you're just, you know, agendas were different. Your goals are actually just different. You're supposed to maybe be on a different team where you can work with energies that are similar to you. Sometimes it's just working this out. Sometimes it's standing up for yourself. Sometimes it's just silence and not giving it attention at all. And sometimes it's just walking away. I said one more card. Let's do one more card. Clarity on the 5. That's 2 5s though. That means there's change coming through. What is this? I don't even know what this is, but it's called instruction, which takes me back to the bookworm. It also, the QR code, getting instructions, maybe simple instructions, a simple solution, could be business. You're putting this on your business card or in your store. Some of these decks have different things. I don't know what they are. Oh, maybe it's the Emperor. No, it has the Emperor, the Queen of something. Maybe this is the person that really listens. I said the Emperor, and the Emperor is at the bottom of the deck. You're taking back control. The Emperor is not the one that goes, you know, not the narcissist that goes around and doesn't want to hear what's going on in his kingdom because his way is the only way. It's his way or the highway. He has the best ideas ever. I mean, he could still be a powerful person and not here. The best Emperor really looks at the surroundings. They take themselves into consideration, everybody else, family members or friends, employees, maybe just what's going on in their kingdom in general, and takes that all in to make wise decisions so that this empire within your life can build. The Emperor takes control. He's not freaking wishy-washy. He might get in his head a little bit when something, you know, didn't work, but he's going to figure out a solution. He's going to step in his big ass shoes. He's going to make them himself, or get the best shoes ever that are comfy. You know, if they're not golden and sparkly, they're going to be comfy shoes or high heels, whatever it is. Here the Emperor is in a fancy ass suit talking to others, giving clarity with a big map behind him. You could have advice from someone who's a boss or like an Emperor energy. I mean, this person has experience. They're all the kings combined. They know what's going on. Good advice, unless it feels like it's just selfish and all about him, like a dictator. This is the advice you want to take, though. I forgot about what was on the other one, the weird card. You have all these weird cards. I don't know what instructions is. Maybe the Emperor has instructions. Maybe this situation is not a working, or maybe, you know, gave you some little ideas on different opinions. Everyone's really, really into their opinion. Maybe they're all good ideas. You know, maybe there needs to be somebody else that comes through and says, hey, your idea is pretty good too. And your idea is pretty good too. Maybe you just don't work together, or maybe there's a way you can work together. And this is thinking about something and actually pursuing it, taking a little step each time to get some more information. Being okay with not always being the big boss man or girl and the best at anything, and going back to ground zero, starting over again and learning something new. That's always a beautiful thing, to have that sense of expansion. What if? You don't know what you don't know what you don't know. Self-discovery, discovery in the world. What else could you do? What else is there? Wow. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.